I think there is some patterns that are pretty consistent that I see. More often than not, it might be tied to, a team as a whole not having high self-awareness of how they're performing, right? And so they're not taking enough time to do the after action reviews and find out what went well, what didn't, and why did that not go well. So when you raise a team self-awareness or an individual leader self-awareness, you are starting at a place where you're increasing their knowledge of the possible contributors to the issues, and you're also opening their eyes to possible ways to address it. Sometimes just me asking the right questions gets them to have an aha moment. And then they
Right.
say, I know exactly what I need to do. I don't even need you anymore. Right. Thank you for helping me get there. But the common issues are more often a lack of self awareness or a lack of coordination between different departments. I'll give you a great example. I had one client that there was a grocery warehousing operation, and they were throwing out lots and lots of food that was perishable, in particular meat, right? And they had these big coolers full of meat, and they were throwing it out because it was going past the expiration date. And
Right.
I asked, "Does anybody know how much meat you're throwing away?" And they're like, "No, not really." So we started tracking it. And it turned out that they were pretty much throwing away 100,000 pound, $100,000 worth of meat per month. That's how much meat was going bad. As soon as we put that in front of the executive team, they're like, whoa, this is completely unacceptable. And then they started talking. And what they realized was the person making the purchases was not telling the person in the grocery stores that we have all this extra stuff and you should put it on sale.
Wow.
And so there was just a lack of department communication. And that's that whole silo thing that happens where if the left arm isn't talking to the right arm, they don't even know they're supposed to be pushing a particular product or working on a particular issue. So if you bring the people to the table and they take the time to analyze what's happening often enough, they can usually find, the root causes. But more often than not, it's a lack of team awareness or a lack of self-awareness in terms of what's really going on in the big picture.